Hi everyone. As I was preparing for October and doing price lists, etc., I found myself writing whole long paragraphs that were super boring. So I decided to record a video real quick and explain an update on just everything. Maybe I'll do these more frequently so that they're not so long. I don't know. But bear with me. I thank you for participating and being excited about this. I love food storage and all of that recently. So just some quick updates. Not all of us that are signed up are on Facebook, but if you are, to join the Malta area bulk buy group, and there I post lots of different things from Ridley's, etc., and any updates. It seems to be the common platform for most, but not everyone. So that's there if you would like to use it. If not, the main thing that I will be doing is MaltaIdahoorg is the website that I've created as a history and calendar page for this community. This has been in the works for a long time, stemming from my Eagle project way back in the day. But once you're here at MaltaIdaho.org, I have created two different pages for us. And the first one is when you click on Bulk Buy Club, you go into monthly info. And here is where I will be posting all of the updates and current events. I won't be posting like the Ridley sales or anything like that, but any pertinent things to gather information and purchase from the bulk buy is going to be here. So as you can see, there's the payment information if you ever need to refer to it. And then every month we'll have a poster based on what we are storing and annual recommended quantities. So for October, we are doing oil, shortening, lard, etc. It's recommended that you do 20 pounds of oils per person annually. So we'll get into the specifics of that as we look at the products. The staples, we're looking at dairy. And for the supplies, we're looking at buckets, lids, Mylar bags, oxygen absorbers, etc. So again, with the dairy, there's 16 pounds of dairy per person annually. These are like minimums too. These are what you can get by on. And then with food grade buckets, there's lots of different considerations to choose from. But we definitely want to look at food grade buckets for grains, flours, beans, pastas, cereals, etc. Many people do it in number 10 cans, but it's been the trend throughout food storage to move to 5-gallon buckets or 6-gallon buckets. And so in that realm, say you have 20 buckets of wheat, you put sealed lids on 19 of those, and then a gamma lid on the one that you can be using out of all the time, so that you're not just opening all of your buckets and exposing it to air, but you're only having the gamma lid on the bucket that you're using out of at any given time. And so we want like non-food grade buckets, which are a lot cheaper. For water filtration, something that I'm going to be doing there is building my own Berkey water filtration system. So, those retail for crazy amounts, but you can buy all of the supplies individually and build it with 5-gallon buckets for way cheaper. And so I'm going to be putting together a video on that and my experience with it so that you can do that. But this month we're bulk buying the buckets, so keep that in mind. Laundry, doing your laundry in a bucket if the power grid is down, if you can't find water is scarce. Doing your laundry in a 5-gallon bucket might be an option. Storing your detergent in there. Pest control, mixing. There's lots of different uses for buckets. And getting them before the prices go up. So year over year, prices have nearly doubled from 2020 to 2021. Bucket prices are increasing very rapidly, so now is the time to buy them if you're going to buy them. So, taking a look at that, let's dive into the bulk items that we are doing for October. So, actually, let me do an update on the past items, and then we'll move to October's items. Sorry. And sorry for if this video is super long. I'll try to index it so that you can just skip ahead to the parts that are interesting for you. All right, so flour. I am out of flour. I need to buy some more, and the best price was Costco and Walmart, but Walmart is starting to be a stickler and not allowing me to buy the quantities that I was buying before. So I need to do another Costco run and buy some more flour. If you are interested, please let me know some quantities so that I'm not just buying just a little bit and not getting enough for you. Some of these we haven't focused on yet, like cider vinegar, baking powder, baking soda, but I just have a lot of those, and so you're more than welcome to buy off the shelves here. Let's see, Epsom salt is scarce right now. So Walmart doesn't have it. Costco is very low on it. If you can find Epsom salt anywhere, buy it up because it is going quickly. Iodized salt is super cheap right now, so I would recommend buying it because of its cheapness. It may go up in price, but year over year it hasn't increased that much. So the iodized, the kosher salt, those are all kind of about flatline. They're kind of basic, not super emergency. Epsom salt is kind of scaring me at the moment. All right, so I have updated the Pectin and coarse salt because we bought those in bulk. They came in this big box, and some people ordered some quantities, and when they got them, they were like, oh, I thought it would be more than that. And so I took some pictures as I packaged them up, and so this is a 2-pound package. It's approximately 5 cups worth, and 6 tablespoons of this mixture, this Pectin, it equals 1 box of other Pectin brands, which is a huge savings. I don't know how to tell you. So I'm going to be buying another box of Pectin because I'm almost out of this one. Now's the time to buy some bulk Pectin if you're interested. And again, with the coarse salt, I've updated that page as well. Let's see. Again, some of those are things we'll cover in just a second. An update on the wide mouth jars. We didn't have any interest in regular mouth jars, and so I'm just focusing on the wide mouth. But something that's been out of stock for quite a while that just came back in stock was the half-gallon size of wide mouth jars. And so I bought, I don't know, I think 7 cases of those. And so they should be coming in the next couple of weeks. If you're wanting those, I would buy them now because they're, when I went back to try to buy some more, they were already out of stock. So those are very handy sizes for making sauerkraut, etc. Fermentation processes in those really tall jars. Let's see. All right, so I've included the Scotch broth on here, and this one is a mix that I've custom made. So it is 100 pounds of white rice, barley, lentils, kidney beans, garbanzo beans, green split peas. If you are at 0 with your food storage, you have nothing stored up, I would recommend that you invest in Scotch broth because it is the cheapest, most economical way to at least get by. So it's $26, almost $27 per bucket, but let's see, do I have it listed on here? A bucket will... Oh, feeds a family of 4 for a year for about $100 with this recipe. So this 26, you would need 4 buckets to feed a family of 4 for a year. That is pretty dang cheap. It's kind of the entry gateway into food storage. If you have nothing, this is the cheapest way to at least get nutrients, all of the proteins that your body needs. But it's going to be pretty bland. You're going to want some chicken bouillon or beef bouillon, chunks of meat, vegetables, spices to put in there, but at least get started with this. So I have made 10 buckets. This recipe right here made 10 buckets worth, and I've got those so that you can purchase those if you'd like. It's not necessary. I'm not going to necessarily promote it any more than that, but those are available. I've only got 10 of them. If I sell those, then I'll make some more, but those are a great way to get started. The Tattler lids, I've had so many people purchase those. I ordered a big box of 500 and they are almost gone. So I have I'm working on getting another box, but if you are wanting some, please let me know quantities so that I can order enough. Maybe I'll go through another 500 box. I don't know. But again, on the Facebook page, and I'll post this on the Malta, Idaho page as well, there is a really good tutorial on how to use those, how they're different from your conventional metal lids, etc. She goes through it very thoroughly in this YouTube video that I posted. I'm buying some bulk white quinoa from Canada, and it should be arriving sometime this next month. But it's only $2 a pound. That's unheard of. If you've ever tried quinoa, you like it, this is an excellent buy. If you've never tried quinoa, I'll be giving away some samples of it so that you can try it. It is delicious. If you've ever tried it and you just didn't like it, chances are you made it wrong. And so I'll have some different recipe videos that I can show you on that. It requires that you wash and rinse it before you use it, so that it doesn't have that bitter taste from the outer shell that needs to dissolve before cooking. Anyway, any other updates here? I don't think so. Okay, so let's move into our products for October. We are focusing on oils and dairy and buckets, etc. So when you click into the shop, I've got our categories listed up here, and everything that's in the October button is what we are pre-ordering right now. Go ahead and order away, pay if you can right now so that I don't have to float the entire bill for the month, but nevertheless, I'll still order whatever you check out with. All right, so like I said, 5-gallon buckets is kind of a crazy realm. Of all the things, this one's the one that makes me the most nervous because prices are skyrocketing. Year over year, they've almost doubled. So in the description of all of the items, I detail out what I found, what the best buys and stuff are. So the golden magical unicorn of food grade buckets is Walmart. They are $2.96 a piece, which is crazy cheap. They do not advertise that they are food grade, but they are. The white ones, not the black ones or the blue ones, but the white ones. The caveat to it is that they only stock 12 per week. And that's not just per person. That is, they only have 12 of them per week. As soon as they get rid of those 12, then the main warehouse sends them only 12 more. So I buy them up as much as I possibly can. And if you beat me to it, that's totally fine. I'm just trying to hoard them at that price because they are really hard to come by. So the next best place is Home Depot. They have a lot of 10 of them for $42, but they are unofficially food grade. Some of them have come with food grade stickers on them, some of them have not, but they all are from the same company, the same product number, so they cannot officially be named food grade, but I would put my money that they are. So other than that, the official food grade, the cheapest that I can find, is Industrial Container in Salt Lake City, which I can get them for $4.62 a bucket if I buy a whole pallet, which is 144 buckets. I think we can easily do that. If everybody in the group, there's probably 100 or so of us, each just buys one, maybe two, we can easily meet that quantity demand. So order away. I'm going to be getting those, and I do have some of the Walmart ones at $2.96, but I don't know. That's the trickiest spot to be in, where there's some that are cheap and some that are expensive. But maybe I'll average all of the prices together so that we can all bring down the costs a little bit. Anyway, whatever we figure to do on that, but at least check out with the quantity of buckets that you're wanting to do, and I'll put a discount or refund you money if we change prices. Trust me, I'll be honest in all of my dealings, but it's really hard to shop for bulk buys when there's such quantity variations and things like that. But if I ever have savings, I'll pass those on to you. I'm not marking up anything. If any of the prices on the site are different from what are advertised on Walmart or anything like that, it's probably because I'm just adding the sales tax or the gas to get there kind of thing. I am not trying to make money at this. I'm just trying to help people get food storage. Okay, so buckets, let's kind of stick in the buckets realm. So there's the food storage bucket lids. These are the food grade ones. They have a gasket seal in there. So once you put them on, you can't take them off unless you tear the band. And so these are great to keep oxygen out, etc. Home Depot has them for $2.48, but this Industrial Supply in Salt Lake has them for just a little bit cheaper. So if we end up going that route, getting a pallet, I can pick up these pretty cheap as well, along with the Gamma lids. Again, that's kind of the trend with food storage right now, is to store in 5-gallon buckets instead of number 10 cans, and use the Gamma lids on the one bucket that you're using out of. This is the same price for white as it is for colors. So if you're wanting to color code your food storage with reds being your legumes, with whites being your flours or wheat, with yellow being your pastas, etc., I can get colored ones. They're all the same price from this company. But look at these prices. $9, $7. So Industrial Supply in Salt Lake at $6.28 is a pretty killer deal for Gamma lids. Those are pretty expensive anywhere else, let alone Walmart or Cal Ranch or Home Depot. So that's buckets. Let's go to Mylar Bags. If you're unfamiliar with Mylar Bags, these are great, airtight. You put oxygen absorbers in them. You heat seal them. And so they're a great way to do food storage, especially if you do freeze drying. Anyway, so there's lots of different sizes and everything, but I'm just narrowing it down to 1 gallon and 5 gallon. Everywhere that I shopped is basically around the same price. I mean, maybe 1 penny different than the other. So I'm buying them all from discountmylarbags.com. Those and the oxygen absorbers. So with the oxygen absorbers, I put the chart here for the absorption required for common foods. So you need 300 cc's if you are using a 1 gallon container for pinto beans, rice, etc. If you're using a 5-gallon for pastas and cereals, etc., you're going to need 2,500 cc's. And so I have all of the different cc's listed here. Check out with what kind of packs you want to go with. So when you click on each one, it'll say that it is sold in packs of 10, and the price is per pack. Yeah, anyway, you can take some time, look through that, kind of consider those things. If it were me, and I was heavy into using Mylar bags for 1 gallons, I would probably buy just a whole bunch of 1,000s. If I, or no, sorry, 500s. If I was doing 5-gallon containers, so like you put a Mylar bag in a 5-gallon bucket to seal it, is another way to kind of get around where you have cheaper buckets that are not food grade, but you can put a Mylar bag inside and kind of get around that. Then I would buy lots of 2,000 cc ones. But if you're just doing pints or quarts, you want some of these littler ones, and that's totally fine. All right, so moving on to oils. You'll see that there's only one oil on here, and that is coconut oil. Because coconut oil has a great shelf life, it's going to be lasting more than just 1 year. All of the other oils, they go rancid very quickly. I don't recommend them for long-term food storage at all. So coconut oil, 2 to 4 year shelf life, but I think it goes much longer than that, just based on personal experience. So I do have 3 different sizes because, that varies wildly, especially if you've never used coconut oil. I wouldn't necessarily dive in and buy the big bulk. But this is roughly half a gallon for this from Walmart. And you can see my per pound comparisons here. So Walmart, Costco, and Webstaurant. Webstaurant is definitely the cheapest, but you have to buy it in a big container that I'm not going to split up, because coconut oil, I don't have anything to split it out into. And so I put these 3 different ones based on how much you're wanting to do. So here's if you want a gallon, if you want a half gallon. But if you want a 35-pounder, this is great for frying. This is the same brand as what Walmart has in the half gallon, the Luana coconut oil. It's non-hydrogenated. This one is packaged for movie theaters, etc., to pop popcorn in, but it's the same exact oil. So it comes in yellow or white. The yellow is a lot cheaper than the white one, but I've listed the white one here because I don't think most people will want yellow dyed coconut oil. But if you do, let me know. I can buy you a case of it. But the white 35-pounder is very cheap. So it's a bag in box container there, and it has like a little attachment that can hook onto a popcorn machine. But otherwise, you would have to repackage this into like a 5-gallon pail or something like that. But it's a great thing to sit on your shelf, and in case of emergency, it's great for consumption, for cooking, for frying, for medicinal use, for if anybody does like making their own essential oils, it's a great carrier oil. Anyway, there's that. Coconut oil is great. But the other oils, here's my master spreadsheet. Extra virgin olive oil, canola, vegetable, etc. Everything's Walmart all the way. So if you're going with Crisco or lard or any of those oils, Walmart's the best price. But like I said, Walmart is giving me fits, and they will not let me check out with bulk items. So I think it's just up to you. If you want to buy those and stock up with those, go for it. Walmart has the best prices on those, and you can kind of see the comparisons here. Costco comes in a close second on some of them, but Walmart's where to get all of those. All right. And that's why I don't have more oils here on the website. I'm just doing the coconut oil. All right. dry milk. So let's look at these prices. It is crazy, the disparity here. So High Desert has started selling their milk on Amazon for $11.36 a pound. It's highway robbery, but not as much as Hoosier Hill. So Webster and Walmart come in at kind of as a tie there, but the LDS Home Storage Center sells this for $2.85 a pound. A killer deal compared to everywhere else. So it is sold by the case. So you enter in how many cases you want. It comes at 6106 per case, and I can order all of those and pick those up for you. Buttered or powdered buttermilk. Again, look at these prices. It is crazy, the difference. And so the best price of this was the Azure supply. If you're not familiar with Azure, they do bulk, but on the road. And so they only have certain pickup points. Our closest pickup point is in Hayburn. And so I can go and pick that up. But it is at only $2.62 a pound. So we'll have to be splitting it up, and you can buy it just how many individual pounds you want. But if you've never used powdered buttermilk in making your own ranch dressing or in buttermilk pancakes, making your own pancake mixes, etc., it is so versatile and so good. This was made from a sweet cream buttermilk. Delicious and super cheap. I've never been able to find anything under $5 a pound, and then somebody recommended Azure. Azure's not great on some things, but on others, they're amazing. All right, and while we're in the milk category, so there's the dried milks, and then there's the shelf-stable liquid milks. So with Gosner's, let's see. So buying in wholesale is $11 per case. If you buy it off of the shelf in Hayburn, it's $11.50 a case. And so 50 cents off per case is a pretty decent deal as we're buying in bulk. So if you want it, it figures out 98 cents per quart container there. Likewise, with the flavored milks, these are a lot more per gallon. I mean, if you're really conscious about your money, these are not frugal in any way, shape, or form. But they're super fun, right? If you've ever had the root beer milk or cookies and cream milk, they're a nice, tasty treat. And instead of the... what is it in the store? All of a sudden, it's escaping me. But they were giving us a heck of a discount at the $9.90 per case, which figures out to 39 cents per little 8-ounce thing. So you can choose your flavor and how many of them you want. They are in... The case has 27 quantities in there. So I'm breaking up the cases, but if you want to order in a case, you order in quantities of 27. All right, I think that is it for October. Let's see if there's anything else that I am missing. I've took extensive notes that I want to try to pack in here. So future products, kind of like the Scotch broth that I had mentioned on the previous page. Kind of mixes that are super economical if you can gather the ingredients and put it together. I've had a few requests for laundry detergent. And so I have a really great recipe for laundry detergent. It figures out for a 5-gallon bucket, you're looking at about $30 to $32. I need to price it out really as I make it, but it's great. It's economical. It would last a big family about 6 months, a small family a year. For a 5-gallon bucket, it's way cheaper than buying the stupid liquid laundry detergent. And it lasts, right? So If you are interested in that, let me know. But I'll be doing that probably in November. I'll be doing that laundry detergent. And again, the DIY Berkey filter, water filter system, I'm going to be posting videos on that pretty soon. I've had some people express interest in helping if there's anything that I need that would be of help. And yes, so as you go around shopping, etc., I need pictures of prices. So wherever you're at, if you're at Costco or Winco or the cash and carry U.S. Foods or Walmart, etc. Well, Walmart not necessarily, because I can just check those prices online. But all of these places where they don't publish their prices online, I need pictures all the time. So text me when you're at one of those places or you're planning to go to one of those places, and I'll let you know what I need a price check on. And so you can just send me a picture that includes the actual product plus the price tag. So like this is at Costco. Let's see if I've got any others from other places really quick. This one's at Walmart, but you can see that it has the product and the price tag on there. This is from the cash and carry place, so I need to be able to see the actual weight of the product and the price of the product in the photo. And so it's super simple. If you could just even if you're just going to one of those places, I'm only ever going to have max 3 items that I need you to price check. But that would help me out tremendously, as I don't get to Twin Falls that often. Or if you know of another place, Utah, etc., where I possibly could make a trip down there and make it economical, make sense, feel free to do that as well. But that would help me out so much. You know, if you're always at Costco and it happens to be buying season, I might have you pick up some stuff or whatever and Venmo you some money. But again, I'm not here to make money or anything like that. And surprisingly, this does take up quite a bit of time. So I am grateful for any help that anybody wants to do on helping me price check things. But other than that, I'm just super excited that everybody's looking into food storage and excited about it. Again, sorry, this video's a good half hour long. I don't plan on making them that long all the time, but I find it very much easier to just sit here and chat about it rather than write long, boring paragraphs that you have to read. So, yeah, let me know any questions, any comments, any concerns. I have reorganized the game plan calendar. Here that is. So for November, the game plan is to look at bouillon, cornstarch, and baking sodas and baking powders, etc. And then water storage, as we've had lots of requests for that. How to store water, how to have water bottles. We're going to be doing like the big 55-gallon drums. I'm looking at a few sources there that are interesting. Something that I wasn't planning on sharing, but since you're here and looking at my spreadsheets, I am playing around with the idea of getting together once a month and having mini classes or things where we talk about some different skills. So they kind of go along with the different categories, but you know, how to purify water in an emergency situation, how to start fires and containment and things, how to pressure can, how to general first aid, knots, you know, just lots of different things, different techniques. The one that really got me started on this was doing rocket stoves and thermal cooking without energy sources. Not that I'm trying to be all gloom and doom and a doomsday prepper, but what if we had a week without electricity? What are we going to do for food, and how are we going to use our food storage in that way? And so just small and simple things for some of the unexpected events. I'm not planning on going years without electricity, etc. But just the little hiccups in life here, I think some of these skills can come in very handy. Anyway, sorry for taking up so much of your time. Let me know on Facebook or email or text any comments or questions that you have. Thank you.